Alrighty, this is Tide coming at you with a little something different today. I figure this is a useful skill that those of us that ride dirt bikes and street bikes and any kind of motorcycle, or just, you know, like to live kind of rough in life, this is a good skill to have, a good skill to acquire. You can save you some money. Why go pay 70-80 bucks for a doctor's visit to have your stitches taken out when you can do them yourself right at home? All you have to do is follow these simple steps and you too can take your stitches out. Okay, here's what we got working with, what we're working with. Cut my knuckle there with some glass. Fish gilded open pretty good. This has been about a week ago almost. Of course it was too gashed open for a band-aid or duct tape or super glue, so I went and got 5 stitches put in it. And of course they tell you, to after a week go see your doctor and have them taken out, whatever, but there's no need to have doctors do it if you can do it yourself. Okay, as you can see, or I hope you can see anyways, I haven't stopped riding my bike since I've got the stitches, so they're all coming out. This one here isn't poking out the other side, and it came untied. This end one down here came untied also. So the middle 3 are the only ones still tied. These end ones, like so you can see, this one ain't even sticking out the other side anymore. Yeah, so what you're gonna need to perform this at home, you're gonna need a small sharp pair of scissors. Something like some of these grooming scissors work good. Got a sharp tiny little point you can get in there, and either some tweezers or some channel locks or needle nose pliers, something to grab a hold of the stitch to pull it out. You're probably also going to want to use good old alcohol to disinfect everything, but mine's already pretty infected, so it'll be all good. It's all good. I'm taking antibiotics, so it's healing up good. Besides coming untied, but if I probably wouldn't have been riding my bike, it probably would never come untied, the end to this one and this one. So I'll go ahead and pull the ones that are untied. I'll go ahead and pull them out first to show you how it works. As you can see, we got a long strand hanging out on this side right here, but it was sticking out right here and tied off, but that came undone the first time I rode my bike afterwards. So this one's not tied anymore. It's just that piece of blue stitch is going underneath my skin and is just right underneath the skin on the other side. So you just grab a hold of it, pull it like a worm out of a hole. So there we go, we got one. We'll go ahead and pull this other end out. Like I said, it's untied also, as you can tell, or I hope you can see that well. Sometimes, you're going to want to pull it out whichever way has the least amount of jacked up stitching. Like, see this side up here, how it's bent, and so we're probably not going to want to pull it out from this side, because then that's going to irritate it really bad when this goes through the hole. So you're going to want to pull from the side that's the most messed up. So we'll go ahead and pull that on out of there. Zoop. And there's 2. So we have 3 stitches left, and luckily these 3 didn't come untied, so obviously it's not going to scar as bad right in there where they stayed tied. So you're just going to want to get your scissors after you've disinfected them. You're going to want to get up underneath in there, cut it, then look at it, because you don't want to pull the knot through, trust me. So we got the first 2, actually 3. We have the first 3 out. 2 of them are already untied and coming out, and then we clipped one and pulled it out, so we just got 2 left. As you can see, this one here, I don't know how well you're able to see this, but it's just barely tied still. I mean, I could probably actually untie it as opposed to cutting it, but there's no need to do that and irritate it any more than it already is. So you just, you don't want to cut through. I'm not left-handed, which really helps. Okay, see how we clip that down? You can use your hands, but I'll use the tweezers just for demonstration. See, we clipped it right down there, right on the skin line where it was just one piece. There wasn't no several pieces bound together. So now you just pull it out the wormhole. So we're down to one stitch left. And this one's really close. This would be a good time to have a helper on one like this, but sometimes you gotta do things on your own. So we're gonna wanna get in there, look at it really close, try to figure out the best place to cut, and it's definitely not on this side because I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bunch of knots right here. So it's gonna be best to go in from this top side. And as you can see, it's pulled through the skin. It actually tore through right here. The stitch is supposed to come out up here, but it tore through and now it's just coming out the middle to cut anyway. So we'll go ahead and put the scissors on in there. Snip it. And since we cut it on this side up here, and because this side has all the knots and stuff, more knots and stuff and double string on it, so we cut it on this top side. So now we're going to want to pull it from this knotted side out, because I mean, it makes sense, right? You don't want to pull these huge, well, it's not huge, but I mean, compared to the hole it's going through, you don't want to pull that knot, you know, 2-3 knots through the hole and pull it out the other side. That just caused a lot of damage and irritation. So you just go ahead and clip a hold of her. As you can see, it's coming out. And there we go. That was the last one. So we just got all 5 stitches out. As you can see, it still looks really good and irritated. So it's at this time that you're going to want to clean it really good with soap and water. Don't be touching it with your dirty, greasy hands like I am. But it's at this time, after you remove all the stitches, you're going to want to clean it really good with some soap and water. I prefer to use like Dial soap, like antibacterial soap. A lot of people say that's bad and it does more damage, but you know, I've had good luck with it. So I'll wash it real good with Dial antibacterial soap. Pat it dry. You know you're not going to want to rub it dry, but pat it dry. And then I'm going to put some triple antibiotic ointment on it, and then cover it up for about an hour or so. You know, until, you don't want to keep it covered all the time now, especially not now since it's healing, but I'll keep it covered for a little bit, for about an hour or so, and then I'll uncover it, clean it again, and then go from there. Hope it heals up good. Alrighty, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's a little something different. Let me know what you think. You got any stories about taking stitches or staples out? You know, feel free to leave them in the comments. And thanks for hanging out and watching this. Much love to all of you. This has been Taid. Subscribe for more.